Welcome to day one of Automechanika Dubai 2021. Yes, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, at the Dubai World Trade Center today until the 16th of December. We have exhibitors from 47 countries with us today. Among that is Emarat. I'm with Jan-Erik Gille, the Senior Manager of Lubricant Sales at Emarat. Jan, thanks for being with us today. First of all, you're launching a product here, Automechanika Dubai, but let's just talk, before we get to that, let's talk about your lubricant division here at Emarat.
So thank you very much. Welcome to the Emarat booth here at Automechanika. We are very glad to be back finally to do a trade show after 18 months. So thanks for the organization and the opportunity to be here. In general, Emarat has been in the lubricants business for more than 30 years. Emarat itself is celebrating its 40th birthday this year. We were founded by Sheikh Zayed in 1981, and we have expanded since then. And the lubricants business started a few years after that. We have two main angles. One of them is we provide very high quality products. We buy the best base oils from Europe and from Korea. We get additives from Europe, the US. So we are positioned as a very high quality supplier. And then we are trying to expand our business. So that's really the idea why we are here is we are trying to, Emarat as a company is growing. Today we have 80 retail stations. The goal is to get to 150 in the next 3 years. So there's a very aggressive development plan for Emarat for all the divisions, including the lubricants business. So our goal is to expand, and that's one of the reasons why we are here today.
Sure, because every time you open a new station, of course, your products will be there as well.
For sure, sure.
Happy birthday, 40 years.
Thank you very much. It's a big,
well-established company, I guess, isn't it?
Exactly. No, and we have been. If you talk to people who have been in the UAE for a long time, we were the first one to really expand the retail network, and people who were here 30 years ago, 35 years ago, speak very fondly of Emarat because we have been present through all the fantastic development of the UAE.
Well, it's certainly great to have you here at Automechanika Dubai debut exhibitor, and of course you are launching your new lubricant range and branding here. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so as part of our development plan, we are launching two main items. First, we have redesigned our packaging. So this is a sample of our 1 liter bottle. It's a much more modern packaging. It's more compact. It has a lot of ergonomical features. We also have some anti-tampering for export markets. We have some special anti-tampering measures because we know that can be a problem in some countries. For instance, the packaging is more compact. So when you are exporting, you don't want to ship air. You want to ship as much products as you can. So that's one of the advantages of this packaging. We think it's a very attractive package also. So we hope it will have a direct impact on our sales because people will want to buy it. So that's on the packaging side. We have a 1 liter, a 4 liter, and a 5 liter. This is the 1 liter sample. And then we're also taking the opportunity at the same time to release 4 new products. One of them is this one, which is the Power Prima 5W40 SP. So SP is the latest API specification for lubricants. So we are aligning with that and providing a product for the latest generations of cars. We're also providing a new range of 0W products, 0W16, 0W20, 30, and 40. Again, this is to allow our customers who have modern cars and whose manufacturers are asking for these specifications to use quality Emarat products. Then we're releasing on the diesel engine side, same story. We are releasing CK4, which is the latest again API specification for diesel engine oils. And finally, we are releasing an upgraded coolant, Ultra Cool Plus, which has a better performance for cooling. And we know how important it is here in the summer for your car, for your engines.
Yeah. Of course, everything manufactured here in the UAE as well.
Everything is made in our plant in Jebel Ali. This is a top quality plant. As I mentioned earlier, we have we are bringing materials from Europe, from the US. So we are very confident in the quality of our product. We have been here more than 30 years, and we have a very strong reputation in the market.
So your objective at Automechanika Dubai is obviously to meet distributors, meet partners geographically. Where do you see the kind of opportunities regionally? Is it Africa? Is it Asia? Is it the Middle East?
So, as you said, we are here to find. We are already present internationally. We are pretty much the only division of Emarat which has an export business, but we want to step it up. So we are looking really at two main markets. One of them is the Gulf region. So finding some customers in the Gulf region. For instance, we're already present in Iraq. But we would like to find people to start distributing our product in other countries, and then Africa. So we started with a distributor in Sudan recently, but there's a lot of potential in Africa, and that's the people we hope to meet during the next 3 days.
The lubricant division is still a very small part of Emarat's business globally, but it's still very appealing. Why is that?
I think the lubricant business is a very good business. First you need it. You sell it in your retail network, so it makes sense to have your own lubricants business. There's a lot of growth through the Lube Express quick lube facilities services, and you see it here in UAE. We have seen it in Europe, in the US, and we are trying to expand. We work with our distributors in the countries where we are. To also bring that model, because it might not be there yet, but we have a good knowledge on how to operate those facilities. So there is an expansion in that direction. And then there's a lot of technology coming into lubricants. These products are the latest. As I said, they are what we call synthetic products. They are made from advanced base oils. All the new generation cars are requiring this kind of products, and we know from market research that the lubricants market is upgrading overall. So people are going to ask more and more for higher quality product, and we see that's where Emarat, with its contacts and its R&D efforts, can really help our customers.
Where do you see the lubricants division heading with Emarat when we talk about case mobility and electrification of vehicles? What sort of impact will that have, and how will the lubricant division of Emarat handle that?
So that's a very good question, and that's something, especially here in UAE, which we are definitely looking at, but we are not, we don't see it as there's not really any business impact yet, but that's certainly something we want to be ready for. So there are really two angles. The first angle is we are working on it. We are not releasing it yet, but there are some products specifically for EVs. Even though EVs obviously don't have a combustion engine, but they still require some specific lubrication in general products. So we are working on putting an offering here. We have not done it yet because the requirements are not that much here in UAE. But obviously, if we were getting into Europe, for instance, that's starting to be a big part. Now, the other part you need to look at is the fact that if you talk at electrification, you will need to produce electricity. And, so there is still going to be a big need for lubrication on the industrial side. So we are also working on expanding our industrial portfolio to be able to cover those needs. So we think there is going to be some opportunities with that shift.
And I guess it depends on the market as well. You take the African continent, for example, would be quite far behind in terms of technological advancement. So whereas Europe, for example, might be closer to that case stage of electrification, Africa could be many years behind, and still that's a...
You are 100% correct, and that's why we don't have an offering yet. If we were in Europe, we would have already an offering for EVs. But here, even if we put it in the market, the EV market in UAE is still very small. It's growing very quickly, but it's still pretty small. So, but we're definitely looking at it because that's the way the market is going.
It's going to happen eventually, right?
It will certainly.
Jan-Erik, finally, we're here at Automechanika Dubai, the Dubai World Trade Center. First time Emarat's been here. Your general impressions, how does it feel to actually be back in a trade show environment?
So it's very nice to be back. I think I'm seeing a lot of, we are seeing a lot of people already. It has only been open for a couple of hours. We're already seeing a lot of visit to our booth. I think the stands, everybody's stands are very impressive. I'm very impressed by the quality of the facility. I mean, we know the World Trade Center is a great venue for the trade shows, but every exhibitor has put on very nice facilities. The overall facility is very good, so we are very excited, and we really think we'll get some good leads in the next 3 days.
Good luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming.